Good day. In this training video, we'll have a look at recurring transactions in MYOB Advanced and how to create and schedule a recurring batch. Some finance transactions, such as loan payments or depreciation-related transactions, repeat regularly. To automate the entering of recurring transactions, we can create schedules for them in the finance module. There are 4 steps in updating a recurring transaction. Create the recurring batch, create the schedule, run the schedule, and release the batch once the status is balanced. We will now look at a practical example of a recurring batch. Let's say our company has a loan repayment of $1,600 per month, which will continue for 12 months on the 15th of the month. Step 1 is to create the batch. We will navigate to the journal transaction form and we'll enter a new finance journal. The status will default to balance, and the transaction date and post period fields will also default depending on the initial setup. In the description field, let's type in loan repayment. We'll now add a row for the debit entry and use the account bank loans payable. The sub-account is 0, which is the default, and the amount is $1,600. We'll add a row for the credit entry and use the check account. We'll enter through this line and we can now save this batch. From the action drop-down list, select the Add to Schedule feature. Step 2 is to create the schedule. We've now been taken to the recurring transactions form. We'll now update the form according to the loan repayment specifications. The start date is today's date. The execution limit is 12. The schedule type, we will select monthly in this case. The on day will be the 15th of each month, so we'll select that from the drop-down, and in the description field we will enter loan repayment. If you select the by financial period schedule type instead of monthly, you specify the day within the financial period on which the batch should be generated. For example, you could select the end of the financial period option button. You can also use the weekly or daily schedule type to generate more frequent batches. If we clear the never expire checkbox, we can specify the expiration date of the schedule. After the last execution before this date, the schedule becomes inactive and you cannot generate batches with the schedule. The execution limit number specifies the maximum number of execution times. The schedule can run fewer times if it expires before the limit is reached. We will now save the changes. The third step is to run the schedule. From the Finance menu, we'll navigate to Recurring Transactions under the Profile section and find the new schedule for loan repayments. To generate the batch to be posted to the next period, we need to run the schedule. The schedule can only be run when it has reached the next execution date. For purposes of this video, we'll change the business day of the advanced system to simulate a business scenario where we are in the period of the next execution date. Now we can click on the Run New feature on the form toolbar. In the final step, we will release the batch. From the Recurring Transaction Schedule screen, you can view the batch number under the Generate Documents tab. Click on the batch number. Once open, note the status of Balanced. Now the batch can be released. Conclusion. You can set up as many recurring transactions as you like using the steps covered in this video. They can be managed by expiration dates and execution limits. Please let us know with your feedback and join us again for more as we explore MYOB Advanced through our training videos. Thank you for watching.